Good morning. It's Steve here. Today I want to talk about a way that you can automatically start sounding a lot more intelligent when you speak, and more mindful. And what I want to urge you, and what I urge my clients to do, is exactly what I got up here on the board. Stop saying, "I feel like." I feel like it's a beautiful day today. Okay? That's not my feeling. What I'm doing is I'm confusing my feelings with actually what's a thought. My thinking is that today is a beautiful day. I'm a Philadelphia Phillies fan. I feel like the Philadelphia Phillies have a very good chance of making the World Series. That's not a feeling, that's a thought, okay? I might feel happy, but I don't feel like the Philadelphia Phillies have a good chance of making the World Series. I think that the Philadelphia Phillies have a good chance of making the World Series. This is a common thing that people will say quite often. If you look around, you watch TV, you listen to other people speak, listen to yourself speak, you will hear people say, "I feel like," and then tell you really what they're thinking. Although they don't say it's what they're thinking, they're labeling it as a feeling. And so they are confusing their thoughts with their feelings. And as human beings, we all have thoughts and we all have feelings or emotions. We have both. We have thoughts and we have feelings. And that's the way that we've been created. But it's important to recognize that those two things are different. They're actually different. Your thoughts are not your feelings, and your feelings are not your thoughts. They are two separate phenomena that take place in our lives. And what we know from the cognitive therapy field is that our thoughts actually do cause our emotions. So in that example that I gave before about the Philadelphia Phillies, I think that the Philadelphia Phillies have a good chance of winning, of being in the World Series. You might then ask me, "Okay, Steve, so how do you feel?" Well, I feel happy, or I feel contented. Notice I can express my feeling with a single word: happy, contented. If I've said that I think that the Philadelphia Phillies have no chance of making the World Series, you might ask me, "Well, how do you feel about that?" Well, depressed, angry. Okay, so I can tell you my emotion in a single word. But when I express a thought, thoughts actually require multiple words. So I think that the Philadelphia Phillies have a good chance of making the World Series is an example of a thought. Now there I labeled it as a thought, but what you'll see people do or hear people do is they'll say things like, "I feel like it's a beautiful day today. I feel like it's a good day to go play golf." That's not a feeling. That person has mislabeled their thought with a feeling, and in my opinion, it seems like they're probably naive or ignorant about the difference between their thoughts and their feelings. And I did another video about the number one principle for mental health, and in that video I talk about the adherence to truth and to facts. But I would say this is a second very important principle of good mental health, is knowing that there's a difference between your thoughts and your feelings, and to be able to label them as such. That this is what I think, and that because I think this particular way, that results in me feeling a certain way. So, if you want to sound more intelligent, more mindful, and it's not just a matter of sounding that way, it's a matter of being that way, so that you yourself, so that all of us as people, we can be better. That we can be better, that we can be mindful that our thoughts do cause our emotions, and that our thoughts are absolutely separate from our emotions. So I want to urge you, as you go through today and tomorrow, and hopefully for the rest of your life, get away from saying things like, I feel like. Catch yourself doing that. When you say, I feel like, I got 3 dots here, that means there's going to be multiple words that come after the word like, which really should be your clue. That's not your emotion, that's really a thought. Or if you say, I feel that, that's going to be followed by multiple words, and that's actually going to be a thought. It's not going to be a feeling. So I want to urge you, catch yourself doing that, and when you do it, stop and say, no, this is what I think. Okay? You're entitled to your thoughts. You're entitled to your emotions. But recognize that they are, like I say, 2 separate phenomena, and that actually one does cause the other. And, feelings aren't right or wrong, they just are. Sometimes our thoughts are a little skewed. Sometimes our thoughts are counterfactual, as we say. Sometimes they're a little bit irrational. And you can still have all the irrational thoughts that you want to have. All of us can. All of us do actually have irrational thoughts. But own them as such, is what I'm saying. Own them as thoughts. Okay? Because nobody likes to be told that their feelings are wrong. And as a therapist, I don't do that. I don't tell my clients that their feelings are wrong. But sometimes I push them a little bit to take a look at the thoughts that they have. And how accurate is that thought? Is that thought a little bit distorted? We refer to those as cognitive distortions. Okay? But it all starts with recognizing that thoughts are different than feelings. And as I like to say, and I'll close by saying this, our thoughts do cause our emotions or feelings. Okay? Put that to practice. Hope you have a great day. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.